So earlier today, I went out to Starbucks and I got out my moleskine book and my pencils and a couple of gouache paints, and I wanted to make something weird, sort of like the thing I did in Japan. That red drawing with all the weird shapes coming out of it. I started out with this orb shape with a mouth coming out of it, face on this side. I was really just playing around with shapes with this one. When I do drawings like this, the rule of thumb is, as corny as it sounds, is that there are no rules. I just try and tell myself, do whatever it is you want, whatever decision you make, and this is the correct one. What's interesting about that is, you'll find that you do you repeat certain patterns, even if you give yourself no rules. I think things started getting pretty interesting when I started adding this blue gouache. I think it was cobalt blue, I forget. Really cheap brand of gouache, but it works for me right now because I'm still learning the medium. Getting out my bamboo brush holder thing. Use a tiny brush to try and get those little edges. Tiny little edges around the next to the shaman guy. As I was doing all of this, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with the negative space, and I sort of knew that I was going to go on the metro and add a bunch of people to it. Here's where I threw in some greens on top of the cobalt, working opaquely. I don't know if opaquely is a word. Filling in more negative space. A lot of this, it's all exercise. It's me building a process and also trying to enjoy myself by not giving myself rules. I also like going in with a watercolor pencil. This is me pausing so you can get a kind of a better look at whatever it is I'm doing. I covered up that spiral because I thought it was kind of cliche. I don't know, it just didn't look good enough to me. Drew a little weirdo Bart Simpson. Oh yeah, and here's when I won the metro. It's a quick transition. Some guy was reading a book about Chinese linguistics. I drew him. I think it was coming along pretty well at this point. More heads, which is, I think, what I'm most comfortable with. Here's me shading. Not shitting, shading. Shading it in. There was this dorky girl standing there with a NASA shirt on. So I drew her over the blues in a yellow watercolor pencil. I like the contrast of colors. It gives you a different sort of drawing. I guess a different sort of feel as opposed to just pencil on a negative, just cream colored paper. And some woman who is standing there. I think this came out well. I think it's doing this. I'm sort of moving into a new zone, experimenting with this new sort of style. I want to work on bigger pieces of paper soon. And that's it. Post in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I should draw next. And I'll see you guys soon.